You just lost your job. The career you spent a decade building has vanished in a sterile 15-minute video call. You're numb. You're terrified. You feel like a failure. You call a friend, your voice cracking, and after a long, awkward silence, they finally say it. Hey, look on the bright side. At least now you have time to figure out what you really want to do. Or maybe it's a breakup. The person you thought was your future is gone. The silence in your apartment is deafening. You post a vague, sad message, and the comments roll in. Everything happens for a reason. Just stay positive. Good vibes only. Whatever you're going through, it's making you stronger. You read these words, and a strange, cold feeling washes over you. It isn't comfort. It isn't hope. It's a profound, isolating sense of invalidation. You feel unseen. You feel silenced. You feel guilty, not just for being sad, but for not being happy about your sadness. This isn't compassion. This isn't support. This is toxic positivity. It is the belief, pervasive in our culture, that we must maintain a positive mindset at all times, no matter how dire, painful, or tragic our circumstances. It's the good vibes only sticker plastered over the check engine light of our lives. We've all been victims of it, and worse, we've all been perpetrators of it. We do it to our friends, our children, and most devastatingly, to ourselves. But this video isn't just about defining a popular buzzword. It's about a warning. This relentless, forced optimism is not only unhelpful, it is psychologically dangerous. It is a form of emotional denial that, when practiced long-term, does not lead to happiness. It leads to profound anxiety, chronic burnout, deep-seated resentments, and a terrifying disconnection from our own humanity. Today, we are going to dissect the good vibes only myth. We will explore the precise psychological damage caused by suppressing your emotions, and most importantly, we will uncover a more honest, resilient, and powerful way to be human, a way that embraces all of our emotions, not just the good ones. It's time to stop performing happiness and start building real, authentic emotional health.
How did we get here? How did an idea as seemingly benign as being positive mutate into a cultural tyrant? To understand its danger, we must first learn to see it clearly. Toxic positivity is a subtle language. It hides in plain sight, disguised as well-meaning advice. Externally, it sounds like, just smile. Don't worry, be happy. It could be worse. You should be grateful for what you have. Failure is not an option. Look for the silver lining. And of course, the ubiquitous, good vibes only. Each of these phrases on its own might seem harmless, but their collective function is not to heal, it is to silence. It is a social and emotional stop sign. It says, "Your negative feelings are making me uncomfortable. Please put them away." But the external form is only half the story. The truly insidious damage happens internally. It's the voice of toxic positivity that we have internalized. It's the inner monologue that whispers, "Why am I so upset about this? I should be over it by now. I'm so ungrateful. Other people have it so much worse. If I'm anxious, it means I'm weak. I just need to be stronger. I have to keep smiling. I can't let anyone see I'm struggling. They'll think I'm a burden." This inner voice becomes a cruel judge. We don't just feel sad. We feel guilty for feeling sad. We don't just feel anxious. We feel ashamed of our anxiety. We are taught to wage a war against our own inner world. But why? Why are we so terrified of so-called negative emotions? There are three primary drivers. First, social discomfort. Genuine, raw, negative emotions, grief, despair, rage, are uncomfortable to witness. They're messy. They're unpredictable. They don't have easy solutions. When someone comes to us in pain, it triggers our own anxiety. We don't know what to say, we feel helpless, so we offer a platitude. Look on the bright side is rarely for the person suffering. It's for us. It's a desperate attempt to manage our own discomfort, to fix their mood so we can feel at ease again. Second, the self-help industrial complex. For decades, we've been sold a seductive and dangerous oversimplification of the law of attraction. This pop psychology myth suggests that our thoughts are cosmic magnets. A positive thought attracts wealth, health, and love. And therefore, a negative thought, even a fleeting one, invites disaster. This creates a culture of profound fear. We become terrified that our sadness will make us sick, that our anxiety will manifest financial ruin. We are taught to fear our own minds. Third, the curated perfection of social media. We live in the era of the digital highlight reel. We scroll through endless curated feeds of engagements, promotions, beautiful vacations, and smiling families. Everyone, it seems, is living their best life. This creates an authenticity gap, a chasm between our messy, complex inner reality and the flawless, positive performance we are told to project. Vulnerability becomes a brand, not a genuine experience. Sadness becomes an aesthetic, not a feeling. We perform positivity to be socially acceptable. It is crucial, then, to draw a bright line. This video is not an attack on optimism. Optimism, when healthy, is a powerful, life-affirming force. But there is a critical difference between healthy optimism and toxic positivity. Healthy optimism is built on a foundation of reality. It acknowledges the negative. It says, "This is terrible. I'm in pain. This is one of the hardest things I've ever faced, and I trust in my ability to survive it. I believe I can get through this, even if I don't know how right now." Healthy optimism integrates the darkness. Toxic positivity denies the negative. It gaslights reality. It says, "This isn't terrible. This is a blessing in disguise. You're not in pain, you're learning. You shouldn't be sad, you should be excited." Healthy optimism says, "I see your pain, and I'm here with you in it." Toxic positivity says, "Your pain is a problem. Please fix it or hide it." One validates, the other invalidates. One connects, the other isolates. And this isolation, this denial, is where the real damage begins.
The central promise of toxic positivity is that if you suppress, deny, or ignore negative feelings, they will simply go away. This is the single greatest and most dangerous lie of the good vibes doctrine. Your emotions do not simply vanish when you ignore them. They are a form of energy, and when that energy is suppressed, it doesn't disappear. It metastasizes. It collects in the shadows of your psyche and rots, poisoning you from the inside out. This isn't poetry. It is a fundamental, observable psychological process. Let's start with the work of social psychologist Daniel Wegner in the 1980s. He conducted a simple, brilliant experiment. He asked participants not to think about a white bear. What happened? The white bear was all they could think about. Wegner called this the ironic process theory, or the rebound effect.
The harder you try to suppress a thought or an emotion, the more obsessively it returns. When you tell yourself, "Don't be anxious, don't be anxious, don't be anxious," you are not calming your anxiety. You are training your brain to be on high alert for anxiety. You are essentially pouring gasoline on the fire. This creates a vicious, exhausting cycle. But the cost is far higher than just a rebound of the feeling. The very act of suppression requires an enormous amount of mental and cognitive resources. Think of your brain as a computer processor. You have a finite amount of RAM, or cognitive resources, available at any given time. Emotional suppression is one of the most resource-intensive programs you can run. It is a constant background process of monitoring, censoring, and denying your own inner experience. This is why you feel so tired. This is the root of the modern burnout epidemic. It's not just the long hours, it's the added invisible labor of performing happiness for 10 hours a day. It's the exhaustion of smiling through meetings when you feel like screaming. It's the cognitive load of pretending everything is fine when your world is falling apart. You are not just doing your job, you are fighting a second internal war against yourself. And this war has very real physical consequences. Emotions are not just abstract ideas, they are physiological events. When you feel fear or anger, your brain triggers a cascade of hormones, chief among them cortisol, the stress hormone. This is part of the fight or flight response. In a healthy system, you feel the anger, the threat passes, and your cortisol levels return to baseline. But when you suppress that anger, when you clench your jaw, swallow your words, and force a smile, the threat is never resolved. Your brain doesn't get the all-clear signal. It continues to pump cortisol into your system day after day. You are living in a state of chronic, low-grade fight or flight. What does this do? Study after study links chronic emotional suppression to a terrifying list of physical ailments. A compromised immune system, you get sick more often. Cardiovascular strain, high blood pressure, chronic digestive issues, debilitating tension headaches, and systemic inflammation, which is a precursor to a host of autoimmune diseases. That knot in your stomach, that ache in your shoulders, that's not just stress. That is your body, quite literally, keeping the score. That is the physical manifestation of unfelt, unexpressed emotion. But perhaps the most tragic cost of toxic positivity is what it does to our relationships. We are social creatures. Our deepest need is to be seen and known for who we truly are. Toxic positivity makes this impossible. When you are in pain and someone meets you with a platitude, it creates a chasm. They have not seen you. They have not validated you. They have, in a small but significant way, abandoned you. As the person in pain, you learn a powerful lesson. This person is not safe. My real self is not welcome here. So you stop sharing. You don't stop feeling sad, you just stop telling them about it. This creates what I call the authenticity gap. You begin to perform a version of yourself for the world, a happy, positive, put-together version. Meanwhile, your real self, the one who is struggling, scared, and hurting, is hidden away completely and utterly alone. This is the definition of loneliness, not being by yourself, but being with other people and feeling like you cannot, under any circumstances, show them who you really are. This performance erodes your capacity for empathy. If you have trained yourself relentlessly to believe that your sadness is weakness, that your anxiety is a personal failing, how can you possibly sit with someone else's? You can't. When a friend comes to you with their pain, it will trigger your own suppressed fear. You will become desperate to fix them, to throw positive affirmations at them, not to heal them, but to silence their pain because it echoes your own. You become a perpetuator of the same toxic cycle that is wounding you. And this is the monster within. In the previous video, we spoke of the dark side of kindness, the resentment that builds when kindness is a performance. Toxic positivity creates its own monster. Because your suppressed emotions don't die, they disintegrate. They break apart and leak out sideways. Your suppressed sadness doesn't vanish. It metastasizes into depression, a chronic, gray numbness where you feel nothing at all. Your suppressed anger doesn't dissolve. It turns into passive aggression, biting sarcasm, or sudden, terrifying fits of rage that explode over the smallest, most insignificant trigger. Your suppressed fear doesn't disappear. It calcifies into chronic anxiety, a constant, humming dread that becomes the background music of your entire life. You are not going crazy. You are not broken. You are a human being who has been taught that a huge part of your humanity is unacceptable. The monster is just the long-term, predictable, and logical consequence of emotional self-abandonment.
So, if good vibes only is the poison, what is the antidote? The answer is not bad vibes only. The antidote is not to swing the pendulum into chronic negativity, cynicism, or wallowing. The antidote is wholeness. The goal is emotional integration. This is the capacity to accept and learn from the full spectrum of human emotion. It is the understanding that your emotions, all of them, are vital data. Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett, a leading neuroscientist in emotion, talks about emotional granularity. This is the ability to identify and label your feelings with precision. It's not just feeling bad. It's knowing the difference between disappointed, frustrated, humiliated, or grieving. This is where the healing begins, not by fighting the emotion, but by getting curious about it. So let's build a practical toolkit. If you are ready to quit the exhausting performance of positivity, here are the strategies for a more authentic life. Strategy 1. Name it to tame it. This phrase, coined by Dr. Dan Siegel, is rooted in hard neuroscience. When you are flooded by a strong emotion, anger, fear, shame, your amygdala, the brain's primitive alarm system, is in control. You are in reactive fight or flight mode. The simple act of labeling the emotion, of stopping and saying either out loud or to yourself, "I am feeling a wave of panic right now," or "this is anger I'm feeling," does something miraculous. Brain scans show that this act of labeling moves energy away from the reactive amygdala and to your prefrontal cortex, the thinking, rational, human part of your brain. You are not your emotion. You are the observer of your emotion. By naming it, you're no longer drowning in the wave. You are learning to surf it. You create a crucial space between the feeling and your reaction. This space is where your power lies. Instead of "I am sad," try "I am experiencing sadness." It is a visitor. It is not you. Strategy 2. Embrace tragic optimism. This is a much healthier, more resilient framework for life. The term was coined by Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. If anyone had a right to despair, it was Frankl. Yet from the depths of Auschwitz, he observed that the survivors were not necessarily the strongest physically, but those who clung to a sense of meaning. Tragic optimism is the ability to maintain hope and find meaning in spite of life's inevitable tragedies, not by denying them. It is the opposite of toxic positivity. It does not say, "Don't be sad about the concentration camp, look at the beautiful sunset." It says, "Yes, this is a place of unimaginable suffering, and I can still choose my response. I can still find meaning in sharing a crust of bread. I can still find hope in the human spirit." This is a profound shift. Stop asking, "How can I get rid of this pain?" Start asking, "What is this pain here to teach me? What meaning can I forge from this struggle?" Strategy 3. Practice real self-compassion. Toxic positivity is rooted in ruthless self-judgment. The antidote is self-compassion. Dr. Kristen Neff, a leading researcher on this topic, defines self-compassion as having 3 core components: self-kindness versus self-judgment, actually treating yourself with the same gentle, supportive kindness you would offer a dear friend who is struggling. Instead of, "You're an idiot for failing," it's, "Wow, that was really hard. You're in pain. I'm here for you." Common humanity versus isolation. This is the most powerful. It's the recognition that suffering is not your personal failing. It is a fundamental, shared part of the human experience. Everyone fails. Everyone feels inadequate. Everyone grieves. You are not alone in your pain. You are joined by it to all of humanity. Mindfulness versus over-identification. This is the name it to tame it principle. It's acknowledging your pain without letting it define you. When you feel that inner critic of toxic positivity rising, put your hand on your chest and say, "This is a moment of suffering. Suffering is a part of life. May I be kind to myself in this moment." This is not a magic trick, it is a practice. Strategy 4. How to respond to others. The practice of validation. And finally, how do we stop this cycle from spreading? By changing the way we show up for others. When a friend comes to you in pain, stop trying to fix them. Your job is not to make them happy. Your job is to make them seen. Resist the urge to say, "At least," or "You should." Instead, learn the power of validation. Try these phrases. "That sounds incredibly difficult. I am so sorry you're going through this. Your feelings are completely valid. It makes perfect sense that you feel that way. I'm here for you. You don't have to talk. I'll just sit with you. Thank you for telling me. It's brave of you to share." Often, the most powerful thing you can do is just be silent. To be a non-anxious presence, not to sit with them in the darkness with a flashlight demanding they cheer up, but with a quiet willingness to be there, proving they are not alone.
For decades, we have been sold a lie. The lie is that happiness is the default human condition, and that our sadness, grief, and anxiety are bugs in the system. The good vibes only mantra is not a philosophy of joy. It is a philosophy of fear. It is a cage we build for ourselves, promising safety, but delivering only isolation, anxiety, and profound, crushing exhaustion. The truth is, you were never meant to be happy all the time. You were meant to be whole. Your negative emotions are not monsters to be slain. They are not enemies to be vanquished. They are messengers.
Your anger is a messenger, telling you that a boundary has been crossed or an injustice has occurred. Your sadness is a messenger, telling you that you have lost something you deeply value. Your fear is a messenger, telling you to pay attention, to prepare, to stay safe. Your guilt is a messenger, telling you that you have strayed from your own moral compass. When you silence these messengers with a barrage of forced positivity, you are not healing, you are abandoning the wisest, most protective parts of yourself. The most courageous, positive action you can take is to be authentic, to be real, to stop, take a breath, and tell the truth, first to yourself and then to the world. So, let's retire the old mantra. Let's replace good vibes only with something more honest, more human, and infinitely more powerful. How about all vibes welcome? How about be authentic? How about be here now? True resilience is not the absence of suffering. It is the courage to move through it. It is the willingness to feel everything, to integrate the light and the dark, and to emerge on the other side, not shattered, but whole. Stop performing. Stop pretending. Stop abandoning yourself. Start feeling. Start listening. Start healing. That is the true path to peace.